Hello, hello. Welcome to my stream. My name is Mikate. You can call me Mika if you want. Today we're going to be playing a little bit of Genshin. So, just a tiny bit of history. I've actually been playing Genshin for just a couple of weeks now here. So I'm actually not very far along on any of the quest lines. So it should be kind of a fun experience for any veteran players to kind of get to watch back along. And I'm certain you can tell me about a million different things I'm doing wrong because I have, I think, a total of like 8 characters, maybe a couple more than that. I just got a new one yesterday and have no idea what I'm doing as far as builds. So, should be a fun time. We're mostly just here to have fun and hopefully you enjoy. So let's get started without any further ado. So, yeah, I guess here's my party setup I've got going on right now. This is kind of the crew I've been playing with. I wished a fair bit on the Furina banner. So with that, I got a E6, or C6, this isn't Honkai, Gaming, so he's kind of been my main, and then I've been running with Furina, Barbara to try and offset her health drain, and then I'll sub out my 4th slot with either Kaya or with Amber if I need an archer, or just kind of whoever fits based on elemental mastery. So yeah, it's been going pretty well with this team setup. It's a pretty good crew, but today we'll probably do also I haven't actually met him yet in game, like I'm not very far along at all, but I adore his voice lines. He's super cute, like he's just adorable and hilarious. So, by far one of my favorite players just to run around with if we're not going over water. Obviously, if we're going over water, it's Fury not all the way, but if we aren't, then absolutely through him. So I've been playing through this quest line, the one with Zhongli, who is a very suspicious human. Well, I say human. Actually, I don't have any spoilers, but I have suspicions after the whole thing with Venti. That's broken my trust a little bit, so I paid attention to the Stachin's hairlines, and I also found this weird bird tower up in the sky. So, like I said, I have suspicions. He's a suspicious little individual. But let's go to our map and head back over to the side to Liyue. Which I also, one of the dialogue options I think is to ask him. Oh, also the dandelion wine thing. He mentioned having a friend with dandelion wine, and that's Venti's whole thing, so suspicions, but I won't say any more on that.
Ah, sir, you're here. The 7 kites you asked for have been made to order. Would you like to take them now?
Oh, here, we'll put on auto.
Thank you.
It's rare to see customers who want to buy this type of kite nowadays. In the early days, we used to get orders from people of all walks of life.
Well, this is Mr. Zhongli from the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor, so he's probably well-versed in all these walks of life. We've talked about a whole bunch of things while traveling with him. He seems to know Liyue's favorite topics, money and government, really well, but he likes talking about less useful topics instead.
Well, that's because I prefer to share fun things with you.
Oh wow, called out by Paimon.
Children's toys are very fun things, that's for sure. I enjoy watching the children at play as much as anyone else, but there is more to it than that. Finely crafted toys are well loved by children, but this craft itself has been honed over thousands of years, and there is meaning behind that. I have made kites in Liyue for 40 years, and I am intimately familiar with the forms passed down from my ancestors. The meaning of these 7 kites is far from banal.
Indeed. These are decorations used in the rite of parting. The 7 kites represent the 7.
I took the liberty of coloring outside the lines when doing the insignia of the Animo Archon. As for the kite that honors the Geo Archon, one must follow the contract given right down to the last letter. These patterns are ancient, and you can also find them in the Golden House.
Ah, Paimon's heard that name before. Huh?
The design of this kite displays a firm grasp on the cyclicality and eternity so dear to the Electro Archon. These markings of tree and leaf pay due honor to wisdom and the passage of time. All this on a single kite. Truly astonishing.
I have got to say, the voice acting so far for Genshin has been just phenomenal. Like, 10 out of 10, honestly. This guy, whoever voices Zhongli, I don't know who it is, but they are doing a great job. Also, very nice voice, just in general.
Justice flows across the surface of the waters. War rages like a flame, as does that which the Cryo Archon once. Yes, these details are masterfully done.
Suspicious.
The compliments of a learned man truly are pleasant.
Well then, Granny Shan, I shall take these back with me. As for the payment...
Well, allow me.
Yay, it's child again. That's good. We have no money.
Hey, it's Child!
Oh, he absolutely ambushed us. But we're gonna try and keep on friendly terms.
No,
We'll see.
I was merely passing through. I see Mr. Zhongli's the same as ever. When paying, well, when getting others to pay for him, he neither looks at the price tag nor his wallet. He knows a great deal about money, and about the trials of the common man. He just doesn't consider poverty to be something that could ever happen to him. Or perhaps you could say that he cannot imagine himself lacking money.
How
Called
has he not
out.
died of hunger yet?
Child, you are as fond of jokes as ever. Well then, since we've purchased our kites without incident, there's no need to take a break before moving to the next step in our preparations. The rite of parting requires helping hands as well as materials. We should be able to find some people near the harbor.
Oh, by the way, take this bag of money. You probably won't want to let Zhongli do the bargaining, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, we gathered that by now. Thanks, bud.
Seems I missed out on some interesting information. I suppose I'll just have to find a more opportune moment next time.
Uh-huh. Right. If you say so. Ooh. Let's not walk in the water. Seems rude. No, we didn't even have to go up there. That's okay.
Hiring help? Sure. But let me just say first that I'm a reserve member of the Adventurers Guild. I take adventuring commissions, but I don't do anything clerical.
Adventure? Venturing into the mountains to capture a few crystal flies seems adventurous enough.
Sure does.
That's not hard. Almost a bit too easy for a reserve adventurer. Never mind. I'll only charge you 15,000 Mora. What say you?
A most fair price.
Yeah, no. We're not doing that. we're gonna try and half it and see. Hello, I would like to pay a reasonable number, please. Thank you. That'll work.
Let's see. No.
Okay. What about 85?
5 geocrystal flies.
Yes. Okay. See, we're trying to be conservative. And clearly Zhongli cannot be trusted.
Leo's really got a lot going for it.
Let's see. You. Hello. Oh, sorry, Lon.
A full day of odd jobs at Yujing Terrace. No problem. 25,000 per day. A fair trade, yes?
No.
Whoa, that's expensive. Could you give us a bit of a discount on account of the whole Hero of Mondstadt thing?
Yeah, that's not gonna work.
Hero of Mondstadt? Never heard of them.
Well, you may never have heard of this hero, but it seems you've heard of Mora nonetheless. Thus, I will simply pay the whole sum.
Yeah, no. We're not doing that. Let's try 15.
This price will do. No loss to me for a day's work.
Okay, so we should have gone lower to start. That's okay. Understandable. I would rather conserve if we can, because I'm certain this last one's going to be a doozy. I don't want to have to pay extra. Seems rude. Also, I have no money. It's like a consistent problem. Where even are you? Sir. Or ma'am, I suppose. Here? No. Where are you? Oop. Aha! There you are. Oop. Is this Tick and the other guy was Tack? That's hilarious.
Oh, help? Sure. I, Tick, always put in 100% effort into everything I do. Of course, there'll be a premium if you want me to give 110%. So what's the job?
I don't know what accent that is. That it almost sounds like Scottish.
Let
That's
me
an interesting
see.
choice.
We are still missing some wooden implements over at Yujing Terrace. They aren't uncommon objects, so I didn't make any special preparations for them.
How root 50 tree branches and 20 stalks of timber?
No problem. That'll be 20,000 Mora for...
Done.
No, we're not doing that, sir. I mean, we could do that, but we're not doing that. We'll try 12. See how he feels
Let me
about it.
think. Deal. This price is...
Haha. Okay. Nice. Let's see. So it was what? Yeah, we would not have had enough money if we just said yes, I don't think. Well, maybe. I think it would have been close. Right? Because it was... No, it was 225s and then 15, I think.
All finished then? Splendid. Any leftover cash is yours to keep.
Money.
A favor for the Fatui should never go unrewarded.
You think you can buy us off with some loose change? No way!
Well, how does this sound? You give me the information I need, and maybe I'll leave the Northland Bank's vaults open and unattended for half an hour.
Oh my gosh.
What info do you need?
We're not gonna rob a bank, Paimon.
Does that mean you know what he's after? Yikes! You're right! Signora!
You both need to calm down. I don't know what's gotten into you.
Uh-huh.
Just what is this about? The atmosphere got so tense all of a sudden.
Right.
Next, we need some everlasting incense. For this, we need to go to Boo Boo Pharmacy, the finest pharmacy in all of... Is Everything okay?
A little slow on the uptake,
Everything
huh,
is
bud?
fine. I was just informing them that they need not return the surplus Mora. Now, if you'll excuse me, I must be going.
Paimon definitely felt like Child wasn't happy with us just now.
Yeah, I got that impression too, hon. Unfortunately. He seems like someone we'd like to keep happy or he'll end up stabbing us. Just a thought. But I suppose we'll see. Oh. Different up. That's okay. Well, maybe not. That's okay. We can figure it out when we get closer. Oh, very different up. Alright. Cool. See anything interesting? No. Nice.
Time has come to
Ooh.
slay the dragon. How are you feeling? Nervous?
No.
Paimon's curious
We're-
to see what this end of the
Okay.
world place is like. Come on, let's go meet the others at the station.
Apparently enough time has passed since I finished that portion of that quest.
The reception
Well,
is deserted.
we might go play it in a little bit.
And it seems kind of spooky in here.
It is very dark, that's
Hello?
true.
Is anybody there?
Welcome to Boo Boo Pharmacy.
Huh?
That's not intimidating at all.
Did you hear that? Where did it come from?
The reception, it seems.
How about you go check it out, and Paimon will bring up the rear.
Okay, if you say so. Oh. Oh! Oh my goodness! They're so cute! Tiny! Ooh, pretty eyes.
Oh, there you are. But you can't even reach the counter.
Yeah, Paimon, you don't
Joke's
get to
on you.
speak.
Paimon floats, so height is no restriction.
If you say so.
Anyway, there's something weird about this one over here. What's the talisman doing on her forehead? It can't be. She's a zombie.
Welcome to Boo Boo Pharmacy. I am Chi-Chi.
Uh-huh.
Once upon a time, Chi-Chi died. Then, Chi-Chi was saved by the Adepti. Now, Chi-Chi is a zombie.
I'm gonna ask her.
Something like this would be unimaginable in Mondstadt.
Yeah, but Mondstadt's clearly weird according to everyone else, and Venti just does what he
hello,
wants, so.
Little girl, do you sell everlasting incense here?
Excuse me, sir. Did you bring your prescription?
That's a no.
Surely no prescription is needed to purchase everlasting incense. It's not a controlled substance.
Chi-Chi can get your medicine, but only if you show Chi-Chi your prescription. These are Chi-Chi's orders from Chi-Chi.
Zombies are limited to acting within the confines of their orders. And somehow in this case, the zombie issues her own orders to herself. My dear Chi-Chi, we didn't bring a prescription, I'm afraid. But we do hope that you can still help us find some everlasting incense.
Okay then.
How did you manage that?
But Chi-Chi helps you. You help Chi-Chi. Only fair.
Since when do customers need
Okay,
to do favors
fair enough,
for
I
customer
guess.
service staff?
Never mind. Just think of it as a peer-to-peer transaction. That way everybody wins. Sometimes in Liyue, the art of the deal is simply about victory via mental gymnastics.
Go
This
to
guy
Mount
sends the
Tianheng,
most
find the Great
unhinged
Ballista,
stuff sometimes.
and
I think
hunt
all
a
of them do
cocoa
those.
Please and
A
thank
what
you.
now?
Guizhong Ballista. I have heard of this device before. It's a kind of crossbow turret, installed on Mount Qinheng by an adeptus in the distant past. An early mechanical device. Located in Qinheng Pass, It was designed to automatically fire at large monsters, protecting Liyue from external threats.
Interesting.
Mr. Zhongli really knows Liyue inside out.
Apparently not quite. This is the first I have ever heard of the Coco Goat.
The Coco Goat is a legendary animal, an adeptabeast.
Did you want to add anything else, or...?
No, just that the Coco Goat is a legendary animal, an adeptabeast.
Well, that
What
feels
it
like
looks
something we
like.
shouldn't kill.
Don't know. Where to find it? Don't know either. Where it came from? Also don't know.
Do tell us if you remember anything else you don't remember.
Very well then. Let's start by investigating near the Guizhong Ballista. Perhaps we will find some clues.
What the heck is a Coco Goat?
Great question. Alright, let's switch it up. We'll sub in somebody else real quick, and then we'll get going. Let's see.
There's still a long road ahead.
Usually I like to have somebody with Geo while we're traveling around Liyue, just because it tends to go a little bit better. Let's see, how far away are we going? Okay, yep, that's walking distance. Up and over the bridge. Alrighty. Ooh, great.
It's pouring
Maybe we
out
should
here.
bring Kaya back.
Oh, wait, the water levels aren't rising, are they?
Okay. Alright. Let's see. How's the best way to get up here? Probably this way? Maybe? So, yeah, I've mainly been traversing with Furina just because of her helpful water abilities. But, ooh, a chest, that's fun. Every once in a while I'll sub in Kai or someone if we're not
You have
likely to
my
be near any
approval.
water. Ooh. Hello.
It's huge.
Whoa.
Paimon can totally believe it took an Adeptus to build this. But how do you operate this thing? Just think how much strength you would need.
It is currently inoperable in any case. This device is broken.
Aw, what? It broke?
After millennia of wear and tear, even Adepti contraptions are difficult to maintain.
So what are we gonna do? Quick, Mr. Zhongli, use your unlimited high society knowledge powers.
You almost make it sound like I'm some sort of bourgeois parasite whose only utility lies in providing quaint pieces of trivia on demand.
Well,
That
you haven't
said,
done much else yet,
let me
to be
think
honest.
for a moment. Ah, yes. Spare parts were made for the Guizhong Ballista when it was first built, in case it was damaged in battle. As
That's
I recall,
helpful.
there is a military supply post from that period somewhere inside the pass. If we can retrieve the spare parts from where they are stored, we may be able to repair the Guizhong Ballista. One just needs to understand the basic working principles of the device.
So, what you're saying is that you actually understand the working principles?
I have a smattering of knowledge on the topic. With the parts in hand, I could at least tinker with it.
You seem to have a smattering of knowledge on every subject. Again, highly suspicious. Alright, let's see. We're definitely gonna have to play some
Where is
guys.
that supply post? Here, post.
Alright, let's
Where do you want this stuff delivered to, boss?
There's a whole bunch of nice chests in here. How helpful. Alright. Well, that was conveniently close. Not gonna lie, I thought we were gonna have to fight a bunch of monsters off for that one, but that was quite simple.
Ah, these parts look useful. One moment. I will try to repair the device. It is done. The Guizhong ballista is more intricately designed than I thought.
Ooh! Now how do we turn it on?
It's easy enough. We simply need to do this. Look, it even has a scope.
Over here we have nothing. And over there, more nothing.
Hey! Just what do you think you're doing?
Oh dear. That's
So
not
you
good.
fixed up this turret because you're planning to do what, exactly?
Not a turret. A Guizhong ballista. Also, kindly state your name before you ask a question. It's just good manners.
I don't think they have
Are you
manners.
blind or something? You're looking at the leader of the treasure hoarders, old man. This area's supposed to be chock full of hidden treasures, but you can't get anywhere near them with this thing keeping watch. It might look like any other mechanical device, but trust me, it's got a mind of its own. Last time we approached the mountain, it nearly skewered one of our guys. A few of us risked our lives to disarm it, which amazingly we managed. And then we turn our backs for 2 seconds, and you've already gone and repaired it! The next thing you'll be repairing is your faces, and that's if you get out of this alive!
Tut tut. Vandalizing the legacy of an adeptus for selfish gain. Disgraceful behavior. It is not we who need reprimanding, but you.
Hi, I saw your chat. I'll take a look at it in just a minute. But, nice to meet you.
Should replace my hammer.
Many happy returns.
Another test
Shower me with praise. Let my name echo in some.
Oh no! Come on, we can do it.
Try.
Yeah.
That tingle.
Nope, get off.
Try.
There we go.
Fry.
Still breathing.
Wrong test subject.
Up to it, Manzai.
Get it.
Ready, steady, go!
Congratulations.
These lowlifes didn't know who they were messing with.
Troubling ourselves over this rabble is not worth the time. We should focus on our contract with Chi-Chi.
Oh yeah, that! So we've got the Guizhong ballista working, but where's our Coca goat?
Hi, welcome. Welcome to my stream. It's nice to meet you. Thanks for posting. Thanks for hanging out.
A search using the Guizhong ballista revealed no significant life forms nearby, save for the usual wildlife. What's more, a contraption built using Adeptus technology should have no trouble detecting an Adeptabeast, as Chi-Chi put it.
Which means... a Paimon wouldn't go that far. We did something positive, right?
We won't solve anything while standing here and racking our brains. Let's return to Boo Boo Pharmacy, explain that we could not find a Coco Goat, and review our next step.
Good idea. We did our best, and that's what counts. Let the show begin.
Will say that is probably the one beef I have with this team comp is that everybody's always constantly dying, and Barbara's heals aren't quite up to snuff as far as keeping everybody from not dying just yet, so it's probably one of my things I'm going to focus on relatively soon here is getting another healer with a little bit more of a beefy ability. I also just don't really have any artifacts yet to really properly build out any of the characters because we're so early in game, but it's a work in progress.
Forgive us. We were unable to fulfill our end of the contract. We found no trace of the Coco Goat Adeptabeast of which you speak.
What a disappointment. Don't worry about it. But I feel very disappointed.
Oh no, I feel bad now.
Oh, poor Chi-Chi. Why does Paimon feel so guilty all of a sudden?
Coco Goat milk is tasty. So tasty. Much better than normal goat milk. Only an Adeptabeast could make such tasty milk.
That's not very helpful, but okay.
I have a poor memory. I cannot remember the name of the milk. That's why I wrote it down. Where did I put it? Ah, here. This is the name. Coconut milk.
We're looking for coconuts.
Huh?
Those grow on trees, hon. Oh dear.
I owe you both an apology. I hastily agreed to what appeared to be an equitable agreement with this zombie child, when perhaps I should have undertaken further due diligence.
Never mind, Zhongli. You didn't know. As the Liyue proverb goes, all things are random and, so how are you supposed to predict anything? Literally no one could have seen this coming.
Excuse me, everyone. Did Chi-Chi say a bad thing?
Oh, sorry, but Paimon's gonna leave the job of shattering this poor kiddo's world to you.
No. Impossible.
Seems Chi-Chi took this pretty hard.
Someone learnt a valuable life lesson today, then. Thank you all for looking after my little Chi-Chi.
Who are you?
Might I ask who?
Ah, how rude of me. I'm Baiju, boss of the Boo Boo
That
Pharmacy.
crop top, though.
Paimon thought Chi-Chi was the boss. Turns out it's some wacko who wears medicinal ingredients around his neck.
Is that a snake?
What a sorry state of affairs.
Oh, it is
this
a
little
snake.
mascot is even more of a simpleton than Chi-Chi. Ah! The snake is speaking! I prefer to stay silent, but faced with strangers, I must speak, lest you mistake me for an escapee from the medicine cabinet, for I am a living, breathing serpent!
Don't mind Chung Sheng. She's a good girl, really. As for you three, Communal chaos causing with Chi-Chi aside, what business brings you here?
Do you sell everlasting incense in this fine establishment?
Everlasting incense? Why, of course we do.
Whew, at last. Things are finally starting to come together.
3 million mora. Top quality. Guaranteed.
You might as well just rob the Golden House. Oh, but the Chising have taken it over for now. Security will be tighter than usual.
3 million. An innocuous number in and of itself, though practically speaking, it could be a hard sum to come by.
It's a crazy number. We'd never be able to make that much mora. And as for Mr. Zhongli, he's around 3 million short.
This is correct.
What are we gonna do? Is this the part where we go crawling back to Child?
I don't want to. He's suspicious.
Coco Goat! Coco Goat! My sides hurt. Oh my goodness. I cannot believe you fell for that.
Hey, less laughter, more sympathy.
I'm almost in tears over here. Thank you. That was the best laugh I've had in a long time. In return, I'm more than happy to sort out this mess you've managed to get yourselves into. Excuse me, sir. Dr. Baiju, isn't it? Truly honored. I'm Child, one of the Fatui Harbingers. Forgive my audacity, but I see a great many opportunities for us to collaborate in the future. If Boo Boo Pharmacy needed a stable supply of, say, coconut milk, the Fatui could help by setting up a robust and speedy distribution network.
Strange. I knew the Fatui infiltrated businesses with seductive deals, but so much fuss over coconut milk?
Coconut milk. Baiju, quick. Chi-Chi wants coconut milk.
Ah, yes, of course, Chi-Chi. Anything you want. Thank you, Child. I look forward to a successful collaboration in the future. I can give you a discount on that everlasting incense, too. Let's say 2,990,000 mora.
That's like 0 difference from 3 million.
2,990,000. Also an innocuous number in and of itself, though practically speaking, it is a whole 10,000 less than the original sum of 3 million. Well, now that this is settled, we must head back to Yujing Terrace.
What?
Mr. Child, Dr. Baiju, Little Miss Chi-Chi, see you soon.
Sir, what? We don't have that money.
That lot is an absolute riot. Honestly, I can't remember the last time I laughed so hard. So, you've been eavesdropping, I hope? What have I missed?
Yes, Master Child. They spoke of the Qixing taking the Golden House.
Well, well, well. Ningguang and her Qixing cronies. What else would they be hiding in the Golden House, if not the Exuvia? I apologize, but I warned you, didn't I? As the old Liyue saying goes, the walls have ears.
Yeah, I know you did. Doesn't mean I like it anymore. Oh.
Go, Barbara, go! Let's dance.
There we go.
Well, as it stands, we've hired helpers, and we've acquired the everlasting incense. The completion of our preparations is not far off.
Whew, finally!
Well, traveler, Have you gained anything from our adventure so far? Odd. Which is it, I wonder? The questions that such travels raise are ever so complicated. Well, I'll leave you to ruminate over it yourself. As to remuneration for your help, I've decided to treat you to a meal. Oh, yes, don't worry. I will remember to bring the Mora this time.
Will you, though?
Tonight, I shall take you both to an old hole-in-the-wall, praised throughout Liyue.
Hole-in-the-wall? As in a cool restaurant?
Indeed. Let us meet near the harbor, at third round knockout.
Okay, let's see.
May the Lord be over.
Wait until 1800. This wait feature is actually really nice. It's super convenient that you don't have to like physically wait or do other things in the meantime. I have a lot of games that I play that they will. Let's see what achievements we got. Anything interesting? Commission others to finish your work. Okay, nothing terribly exciting or fun. Every once in a while there'll be a hidden gem
Go, Barbara, go!
in there. Alright, let's go find him. Let's see if he actually has a Mora. I kind of doubt it, but I guess we'll see.
I'll protect us.
Ah, you're here. There's no need to order. I've already done so. Third round knockout is not for lightweights, like those taverns in Mondstadt. Here, the owner does not take such unorthodox orders as fruit juice.
Yeah, are we allowed to have
I
wine?
ordered some wine-fermented sweet rice balls for you, if that counts.
If it is to your liking, dear customers, I shall continue the tale of Lady Ningguang's Jade Chamber.
Hey, there's even a storyteller here. Great atmosphere.
Besides fine wine, the excellent ambiance is the reason why this place is so well loved. But when I say ambiance, I refer to a different sort from the one the Tevat travel guide uses to judge other establishments.
As you all know, high above the land of Liyue lies a pavilion in the clouds, a palace in the mist. What does it mean to have all-seeing eyes? This, my friends, Lady Ningguang's masterwork that bridges earth and sky. Imagine, the weather is clear, and you gaze down from the deck on the world below. Behold, the glorious sights of Liyue Harbor, stretching out far and wide. They say that when Lady Ningguang ponders important affairs, she retreats to her Jade Chamber with none but her 3 closest confidants in tow.
Oh, hey, I know her. I have her character.
Why brings she these trusted 3 to sift through sources,
Yes, I think
dig
it's her.
through documents, looking for information? Piece by piece, facts and figures paint a picture on the walls of the chamber. But well before the wall is filled, Lady Ningguang's mind is made up. Having made her call, she has every last document shredded, and whoosh, she scatters the shavings out her window. Ah, look at them, how they billow in the wind like a sudden swirling blizzard. As the fragments fall, traces of text flicker before the eyes of the merchants of Liyue. like ink stains and white snow. The saying goes, the rarest treasures in the land are the words brought by the paper snow. For the words of the Tianquan have the power to move mountains, and all throughout the land know it. These are but scraps of paper, and yet they guide Lady Ningguang's hand. Such is their value. Merely grasping one or two of them will surely gift you a fragment of her wisdom, enough to stay a step or two ahead of your peers.
Tianquan Ningguang. Feels like we're hearing this name a lot. Liyue locals talk about her. The Fatui hate her. She's most likely the one who hid the Exuvia, and we saw her at the Rite of Dissension. Huh. Paimon wonders what sort of person she is.
At last I have found you. You who returned from Jueyun Karst.
Who's there?
Wait, I am not with the Millelith, nor am I here to claim your bounty. However, I am an emissary of the Liyue Qixing. My name is Ganyu, secretary at the Yuehai Pavilion, and I have come specifically to meet you. Well, in concrete terms, I am the corporate secretary for the Qixing. At the moment, I am serving as Lady Ningguang's special emissary.
Interesting.
Ningguang sent you? We were literally just talking about her.
My apologies, you who have returned from Jueyun Karst. I am duty-bound and cannot extend my courtesy to you in full. But I have with me a letter from Lady Ningguang. She extends a formal invitation to you in her capacity as Tianquan. She invites you to her palace in the sky.
An official invitation?
I don't know if I trust
Lady
that.
Ningguang
and
said
its
this.
safety.
Invite her to come here. I wish to meet her. At the Jade Chamber, together we shall snip every one of these entwining dark threads.
Interesting. Okay.
And with that, the emissary who called herself Ganyu just disappeared. But we've received an invitation from the Liyue Qixing. Paimon still can't believe it! We'll be meeting people that have way more money than Paimon could ever count! We should be on our best manners!
Definitely up to something.
An invitation to visit the Jade Chamber is a rare honor indeed. You'd best be on your way now. But don't forget about the rite of parting. Once you've finished at the Jade Chamber, meet me at Dihua Marsh.
Don't worry, we won't forget! Dihua Marsh. We'll see you there!
A toast to our success.
Oh, nice. Got a constellation from that. What are you? Ooh, increased crit rate. That's fun. Kind of needs a partner, though. Somebody to play co-op with. That's okay. Oh. Do you not have your artifacts? That explains some things.
All this standing around is making me so sleepy.
Let's see. Oh, way up on the mountain. Alright, we'll start here. I think is probably our best bet. This doesn't seem as if it'll be a fast traveling experience, but that's okay. Nice, we can do some mining. Get that daily achievement. Aggressive. Hurry up. So this quest line's definitely an interesting one. I started out actually playing this summer event that they have going on right now just because it was limited time. So I haven't really done much more beyond the like basic default quests. But they're definitely interesting, which is nice. I kind of came from Honkai Star Rail, so I've got a fairly built team over there. It's definitely a different playstyle, but I am liking it a little bit more. I will say, just from the open world aspect, a lot of what I've done in the past has been open world, and I tend to enjoy it more when you can actually interact with things and solve puzzles a little more freely. Plus, there's just more content here since it's been out. You're a little stuck, buddy. Alright. That is one of the kind of weird things, though. Alright, we made it. Just barely, but we did.
Look up there!
Cutscene.
That's the Jade Chamber!
Yeah, how do we get up there? There's gotta be, like, some kind of wind activation
This is bad.
thing.
Paimon's supposed to be your guide, but Paimon doesn't know where the way up to the Jade Chamber is. Well, since we want to go to the Jade Chamber, heading to its location on the map is the sensible thing to do. Let's look around. There has to be a way up there nearby.
Yeah, I'm guessing it has something to do with the magic green floating rocks. Those tend to pop up randomly when we need to go higher. Just a thought. Guess we'll have to see. Oh yeah, there's one. Look at that. Interesting. What is that?
Hey, look! There's some sort of mechanism thingy. Since this is the right place, it must have something to do with the Jade Chamber. Yes, this must be the way.
Question is, do we have to use an animo character? Because if we do, I don't currently have one, but it looks like we need an animo character. So let's see who we got that we can use. Got a party set up. I haven't actually really built any of my animo characters other than I guess our default, but we've got Jean.
Let the wind lead.
Let's see how this works. Yep, definitely that. Alright, cool.
It only takes us up to here. Aw, if that wind current was stronger, we'd be able to reach the top in one go. Huh? Why? Or... Oh, Paimon gets it! If it was a secret, Ganyu wouldn't have let us try to find it ourselves, right?
Theoretically, at
Alright,
least. We'll
let's
see.
follow your plan.
That's
Then
accurate.
we can... Oh, hang on a moment. Look down there. Looks like we've gotten close to the Guizhong Ballista. Paimon has a new idea.
I don't like your new idea.
Shoot you up to the Jade Chamber using the ballista.
That does not sound like a good idea.
Right. This method does seem a bit unsafe. Oh, that's right. Now that you mention it, we could use the Guizhong Ballista to see if there's another way up nearby.
At least we got a
What
chest.
a pleasant surprise.
Okay, you are not leveled enough to hang out here. Because I don't think it'll go well, so let me sub you back in.
There's still a long road ahead.
Sure is. Alright, let's see. Here, we'll teleport. Save a little bit of time, maybe. We'll see. Looks like we might have to fight some more people. That's kind of fun. Oh. Oops. It's okay, we've got food. We'll just fix you right up. Whoops.
Ma.
I'm here. Hello? Weird. Okay. Oh, I see. I have to talk to them.
Halt! Who trespasses on these hallowed grounds?
Exactly. What are you talking about? We're invited guests. What makes you think you can treat us like this? No. Wait. Maybe this was Ningguang's plan all along. She pretended to invite us to the Jade Chamber, but set up a Millilith ambush here to arrest us. Now Paimon's mad. You, over there. This is a trick, isn't it? How shameless.
What? We're just on guard duty. What do you mean, shameless?
What nonsense! Seize these suspicious intruders at once!
Well, here they come. Let the show begin. Hi. Time to shine.
Take the target alive!
Mighty mythical beast!
Who goes there?
Up to it, Manzai!
Take the target alive!
Echoing song! I'll protect us.
Take this!
Rude.
Attack! Bested!
Stop! What's all this about?
Lady Kuching, these two strange people suddenly appeared. They seem to have designs on the Guizhong Ballista.
Who are you calling strange?
You want to go to the Jade Chamber? Who are you?
We're invited guests here to look for the Liyue Qixing. Who are you?
Well, as it happens, I am one of the Liyue Qixing.
Oh!
I'm Kuching, the Yuheng of the Qixing. I know of you, traveler. You're Ningguang's guests, yes? Didn't expect to meet you here in the mountains.
Wow. Paimon didn't think we'd meet some super rich big shot out here in the middle of nowhere either.
The Guizhong Ballista in Tianheng Pass has long been in disrepair, and yet it was fixed in a single night. I came here to investigate that. These Millilith are just here to guard the scene, not to arrest anyone.
So this was all a misunderstanding? Paimon never would have thought.
Sometimes the dialogue options they give you are just wild. We're just so unfortunately mean to Paimon.
Anyway,
there's not even an
for a
option
mortal
here.
to be able to repair an Adepti mechanism is quite the mystery, even to the Qixing.
That was... Huh? Oh, right. So, Lady Yuheng, might you have any idea why Lady Tianquan invited us to go to the Jade Chamber?
Just call me Kuching. I'd say that Ningguang's purpose is to request that the savior of Mondstadt take a more neutral stance. Or at least, to not wholly side with the Adepti.
We're not taking sides. We spoke with the Adepti. They want to protect Liyue as well.
When you say protect, you're referring to their sanctimonious arrogance, aren't you?
Huh?
Okay.
You are mortals, and thus under their protection. There was no way they would have regarded you as someone with the ability to assassinate a god. Naturally, they would also regard Ningguang's locking down the area, questioning the citizenry, and pursuit of the assassin to be pointless work. Perhaps they even wonder if there might be a cover-up. I'll say it like it is. They're underestimating us.
Well, you've got a point there. Still, this is the first time Paimon's seen a person from Liyue who doesn't respect the gods or the Adepti.
Should I respect the shallow sense of time and condescension to mortals that has caused them to delay in moving against us, Qixing? Forget it. I shouldn't speak of them this way. This skepticism is mine alone, and Ningguang does not share it.
Interesting.
Either way, I will admit that the actions of the Adepti this time were quite restrained. Rex Lapis's death is indeed an extraordinary circumstance. But to think that they would call for a council of Adepti rather than come down here directly.
Interesting. Makes me wonder how often they've come down in the past during tragedies.
How surprisingly civilized of them.
So she wants to
Well, for
negotiate,
Ningguang,
maybe?
she would talk anything and everything out if she could. But I doubt we can do that here. The time of the Adepti has long passed. If even the Liyue Qixing don't want to face that truth, then what future is there for Liyue?
Another super bold statement.
I'll stop here. Honestly, I hadn't intended to say so much. But you're a good listener, Traveler. You should both be off to the Jade Chamber. Don't be late now. Ningguang's schedule is packed to the gills all the way till next year. The cream of Liyue's mercantile crop all see ascending to the Jade Chamber as the greatest honor. Each brings rich gifts as they visit, all to curry a little favor with Ningguang.
Favor? But wait! That's right! Greeting gifts are a staple of Liyue's culture. We need to get one. Not to curry favor or anything, just to respect Liyue's culture.
All right. You can decide on your greeting gift yourselves. Let me tell you how to get to the Jade Chamber first. You didn't actually have to come to Mount Tianheng. Go back to Liyue Harbor. Find a guide at the Yuehai Pavilion, and... well then. May we meet again, Traveler.
Well, that Yuheng may not respect the gods, but Paimon thinks she's a pretty cool person.
I don't necessarily agree with her completely.
So, what should we give to Ningguang when we see her? Oh, right! Paimon dreamed of an amazing snack last night. Sugar-frosted slime!
That does not sound
Paimon has
good.
a feeling that it would be perfect for a super rich person like Ningguang. Why don't we go with that for a gift?
Yeah.
With a certain boom shakalaka, of course.
Okay, we can go find her.
Let's go gather
sure.
ingredients. Time.
Are we going to visit, what's her name? I have her. Xiangling, that's it. Are we gonna go visit Xiangling? Is that what's happening? Kinda sounds like it. That's okay. Haven't said hi to her in a while. Probably should go fight one of these geodudes for the materials, since we're here now.
Strike a pose!
Stop it. Where'd you go?
Mighty mythical beast!
There we go.
This is the kind of surprise I could sing about.
Look at that slime. It looks crystal clear and very delicious. That's the one.
Probably use. Oh. There we go. Boom. Auto collects. Oh, yeah, no, we're not doing that. There we go. It is, I think, the one benefit of having her just constantly on your team, even though she drains health as part of her abilities.
Huh? Is it just Paimon? Or is
Water
there a
traversal
sweet fragrance
so much
in the
faster.
air? Huh? Did you hear that? It seems like it came from those ruins over there. Uh-oh. It looks like the treasure hoarders have locked someone inside.
How rude.
Strike a pose! Time to shine! Oh, I'll protect us. Let the show begin.
Have a taste of this!
Come on, we can do it.
Hello. It's okay.
Thank you for your help, kind travelers. If you hadn't come to my aid, I surely would have rotted in this cell. Those treasure hoarders, when their mood was good, they'd rearrange those pots of sweet flowers. When they were in a bad mood, they'd rearrange my face.
Aw, it was nothing. No need to thank us all at once or anything.
I understand. Don't worry, I will compensate you both. Don't say that. I only escaped this predicament because of you. I'm Meng Dan, a supplier for Mingxing jewelry in Liyue Harbor. I often walk around these mountains in search of antiques. I never expected that those treasure hoarders would have their eyes on the same ruins that I had. Before I knew it, they'd caught and imprisoned me. Is there anything that you lack? Antiques, treasure, various knickknacks, you name it. Well, as long as you want what I have to offer, of course.
Wait a moment. Actually, we are looking...
Oh? And what might that be?
Do you have a box that can store presents? We'd like a pretty one. The kind that you can use to store snacks.
Of course we do. How can one sell antiques without gift boxes? At Mingxing Jewelry, we have the best gift wrapping service in the 7 nations.
How convenient.
Now just give me a moment, and I'll let the boss know. You can go see her whenever you require that box.
Great! Paimon's sugar-frosted slime now comes in a beautiful package.
What a horrifying dessert you've created, Paimon. That seems like just generally a bad idea. Alright, we're gonna teleport.
Told us that we could get a nice and shiny box from your store.
Uncle Meng already told me about it. Thank you both for saving him. Many of the best goods in our store were found by Uncle Meng. If anything were to happen to him, it would be impossible for us to continue doing business. Here, this container is itself an antique, with at least 140 years of history. It's already been cleaned. Will it do?
Yep. It's great. Hang on a moment. Could we borrow one other thing?
Sure, please help yourselves. As long as it's on our shelves.
Traveler, this clay pot looks really awesome. If we use an antique as our mixing bowl, we should... It's done! The one and only sugar-frosted slime! Carefully now. Into the box it goes and dust it over with a bit more powdered sugar.
Oh, yes. You might want to use these 2 freshly picked flowers as decorations, too.
How nice.
Woohoo! It looks beautiful!
It does look pretty, but I'm not...
Great!
Yeah.
Now that we've put all that we've got into this box, let's go to the Jade Chamber to see Ningguang.
Oh boy. Looks like we have to go sort of. I don't think we're gonna make that. There we go. I will say the stamina system in this game is kind of annoying, especially as a very new player, because there's not much built up at all. Especially because characters, they don't move that fast, just their base move speed, and then if you have to sprint, it makes climbing kind of annoying on occasion. Oh, get off of there. There we go. Oh, sorry. Didn't mean to hit you.
According to Kuching, this is what we should say. Excuse me, do you sell the moon here?
Yes. How many would you like?
It's not convenient to speak of numbers here.
Ah, well said. Please, use this to ascend to the chamber. Yes, speaking of which, are you two the guests that Lady Ningguang has arranged to meet with today?
Yep.
And yet the code they used was not the one for guests, but for the Yuheng. What's going on here?
I've been waiting for you, returnee from Joyun Karst.
It's Ningguang! Since this is our first meeting, we've prepared a gift. I hope you like it.
Oh, for me. You have my thanks. It seems that I have made things difficult for you, considering that you were supposed to be my guests.
Oh no, it's nothing.
This palace floats in the skies, higher than the peak of any mountain. From this vantage point, one may survey all of Liyue. I have been gathering the funds necessary to build it from the time I began learning the merchant's craft. And since becoming the Tianquan, I have spared no effort in hiring the best craftsmen to constantly extend it. At first, it was but the size of one room. Now, it is large enough to blot out the moon in the skies above Liyue. One day, I believe it will overshadow all 7 nations.
Yeah, that is a bit ambitious, isn't it?
Not many from outside Liyue earn the right to ascend to the Jade Chamber. But I have been in correspondence with the acting Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius, who spoke highly of you. As such, I have been putting eyes and ears out ever since you reached Liyue.
What?
And I finally got wind of your movements when you were on the way to Wangshu Inn.
Wait! Was Vergoldet one of your people?
Just Vergoldet? No. Everyone at Wangshu Inn is one of ours.
Yeah, that tracks.
At
Alright.
the Guizhang Ballista, yes?
You weren't peeking on us from the skies the whole time, were you?
I fear that peeking would have been a little difficult from this altitude. Our eyes and ears are more than sufficient. You two are very interesting people, after all. It would be natural to take an interest. Well, I wouldn't expect you to trust us, considering that you have had far more interactions with the Adepti. The reason I invited you here was to clear up some misunderstandings. I believe that you've heard of the Archon War. Many gods used to walk this earth, and many long wars were fought between them that did not abate until 2,000 years ago. Much blood was shed, and many lives were lost. In the end, only 7 victors remained standing in Tevat. They built cities and nations on the corpses of the vanquished, and thus began the era of the 7. You can see Goyun Stone Forest from here, I trust. It is no natural rock formation. Those are giant spears of rock hurled by Rex Lapis during the war. Beneath the spears lie those cast down by Rex Lapis in those days, gods that failed to seize the title of Archon. Not only is it true that gods may die, but so too has the membership of the 7 changed over the last 2 millennia. Rex Lapis's passing is an unimaginable disaster for Liyue, but the Order of the 7 will not collapse simply because of that. Another Lord of Geo will arise sooner or later. Yet, how are we to forget Rex Lapis? When that time comes, the relationship between the people of Liyue and the gods and Adepti will surely be different from before. Even in a new era, the Liyue Qixing remain Rex Lapis's former subjects. Do you really think us capable of having played a part in his demise? Of lacking the foresight to see the certain repercussions? That day at Yujing Terrace, it was also very sudden. Even I was caught completely off guard. You were there, you no doubt saw. But our enemy has long lain hidden within the harbor. If we do not act against them now, they will surely gain the upper hand. Hiding the Exuvio was a necessary maneuver to take the initiative back, to play the spider while our foes scurry about.
Who's this enemy you're talking about?
What do you think, Traveler?
Huh? What are you two talking about?
Well answered. The scenery out here is fine indeed, but the wind is a little strong. Our preparations to receive guests within are complete. So please, this way.
Get to go see the inside. How fun.
Wowee! What a huge hall! Paimon's never seen such a fancy place before.
Look at that. Detail on this room is incredible. Wow. It's very pretty. Feels like I shouldn't run. Maybe I will. We'll just walk fast.
Be at ease, you two. Make yourselves at home if you wish.
Can we really?
I have invited you two here as friends. And when friends come over to play, our enjoyment comes first. Naturally.
Ooh! Isn't this that legendary wall?
Why, you've kept your ear to the ground, I see.
That's because even the storytellers are talking about it. Everyone's after a piece of paper from that wall. It's super famous.
That's because that wall records Leo's secrets. Merchants have always been attracted to secrets. But the secrets of the mercantile world are of no interest to you, are they, traveler? You're rather special, really, and I think you're quite aware of that. If possible, I'd like to have your trust. But if you were to choose the more trustworthy person between myself and Kuching... You'd pick Kuching? Nah, I had a feeling. I originally thought her a bit too hard-headed. With someone of her character on the Qixing, I've had some extra messes to clean up behind the scenes. But after she said those words, the time of the Adepti has long passed. If even the Liyue Qixing don't want to face that truth, then what future is there for Liyue? Well, I must say that quite a few of my doubts have been dispelled. I won't deny that Rex Lapis's passing seems advantageous to us. But for Liyue's sake, we cannot allow ourselves to be shackled by rumors of our usurpation of power. Indeed. It seems that you understood what I meant to say from the very beginning. I called for the gag order and for the exuvia to be hidden to temporarily stabilize the situation, and also to prevent something similar to the incident in Mondstadt. With Rex Lapis's death, the Fatui have busied themselves with many clandestine actions beyond their diplomatic remit. As the Tianquan, one responsible for Liyue, I cannot be too concerned with appearances when opposing them. Allowing the rite of parting to take place was also meant to buy some time for us to take control of Liyue's administration.
It's exactly as Zhongli said. The Qixing only provided the venue for the rite so they could use us for their own ends. Wait, that's right. Speaking of ends, could I say one other thing?
Of course.
Paimon's heard that anyone who sends a greeting gift gets a little something in return. So, does that include us?
Seriously? Why? Why are you like this?
It's all right. I like direct people. Well, we have made quite a bit of trouble for you recently. How about this? You can pick any one object here as you please, and you may take it with you.
Yay! Paimon was just waiting for you to say that! One of the sheets on that wall! Don't look at Paimon like that! One of these sheets of paper will sell for crazy prices, even if it's only as large as Paimon's fingernail. Just imagine how much more Let's grab one! The biggest one!
Do we have to? Books. I like books.
Huh? Well, that was an easy search. The biggest sheet is right up there in the most obvious spot. Let's go with that one. La 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 la. Huh? There's a place marked with a circle on here. Oh, could it be treasure? Whatever it is, it better make us filthy rich. Let's see what's written over here. Sigil of permission, something, something, Fatui, research, copy. Huh? Aw, that doesn't sound like treasure at all. This piece of paper shows that a Qixing spy discovered traces of classified Fatui research on the Sigil of Permission.
Interesting.
Oh, Ningguang did say that the Fatui have been up to all kinds of mischief in the shadows of Liyue. Spreading rumors, wanting to get their hands on the Archon's body and whatnot.
Maybe that's what Child wants. Because we do have one of those. Could be that he's trying to make a copy.
But research on the Sigil of Permission? Paimon wonders what they're up to. Speaking of which, there's also some connection between you and the Sigil of Permission. Seems there's still more for us to find out. Oh, you really think so?
Yes, I really think it's suspicious.
Well, should we not go then?
Well, then we have to go.
Oh, so you're saying that it's precisely because we can't completely trust Ningguang that we should confirm the truth of what she says for ourselves. That's way out of Paimon's league. Paimon thinks she's been nothing but good to us. Anyway, we'll see if you're onto something. Before we look for Zhongli at Dihua Marsh, let's go to the place marked out on these papers and see if the Fatui really are up to no good there.
Let's see. How annoying is this location going to be to get to? That's actually not terrible. Alright. Haven't done all that much exploring yet throughout extra random areas. I don't have all the teleport waypoints unlocked, so certain locations have been kind of an adventure to get to. But this won't be so bad. It's near enough a waypoint, at least. And if we're lucky, we can probably unlock a new one. Ooh.
There really was a Fatui at the location written down on this piece of paper. And they look really mad at us, too.
I must collect myself.
Ready, steady, go!
Strike a pose. Let the world try. Send this quickly.
Many happy returns.
Starfall! Shake!
Ooh, unfortunate.
Take cover.
Let me go. There we go. There we go, finally.
I'll do it, Manzai.
Nope, we are not where we want to be.
This isn't good.
I'll protect us.
How rude.
Let my name echo in song.
Stance.
Seriously, that is so annoying. There we go.
Many happy returns.
Really need to get some energy recharge on him. That was a rough time. Alright. Also need Kaya back. The stun lock of freeze is just too good.
Ready when you are.
Ready, steady, go! I'll protect us.
Oh, of course, now that I did that, I'm gonna need to change it back out so I can activate this.
Let the wind lead.
Have a load of this.
That was rude. Interesting. Alright, well, I'm just gonna... Oh, I already have that marked as a puzzle that I couldn't figure out. Alright. Seriously? There. Is that acceptable?
Oh, I'm looking for...
Freeze! Oh, so sorry.
Let the show begin.
Have a little taste.
Dodge this.
For a long time, this was my strategy, was just unlocking with Barbara and Gaia. So, it's a pretty solid alternative if Furina fails out with her
This is the kind of surprise I
extra attacks, or if you need to buy some time. Alright, let's go unlock the teleport waypoint, and then we can go and actually do the quest we're on. It's a convenient little not quite ledge. Let's see. Ooh, a chest. I wondered if there might be something up here.
Oh, cool. This stuff looks dope.
Just has... Ooh. A rock. Oh. That wasn't very exciting.
There are so many talismans here. And some stacks of blank paper, too. What are they for? Paimon's seen this pattern before. But where?
I don't think this was
Oh,
zombie.
Paimon knows. But how did a relic of the Adepti end up in the hands of someone like Child? Suspicious. Oh, that's right. Cloud Retainer said that when the Lord of Geo created the Sigil of Permission, it wasn't to be used as some old relic. Talismans like that were once used in the Archon War to channel divine powers.
Interesting. Seems like something like that could be useful if you had, you know, a thing that gave someone divine powers.
Maybe the Fatui are copying the Sigil of Permission in hopes of achieving a similar effect.
Seems likely.
Being able to channel divine power in battle? Whew, that sounds pretty dangerous. And the plot thickens. We'll need to keep an eye on Child, that's for sure. Alright, that's enough sticking around here. We gotta go meet up with Zhongli soon. The last stop on our Rite of Parting preparations tour is Dihua Marsh. Let's go! Paimon hates being late.
Alright, let's go. Finish this up. Well, first we'll see. Anything interesting? Nope. There we go, finally. Nice. Alright, let's go and see. Teleport to there. Be a little quicker, hopefully. Yay. Hello, sir. Wake up, please.
Up to it, Manzai!
Cool it!
Let's dance.
Don't push your luck. This moment will be frozen in time.
There we go. Well, that was rude.
Freeze!
Seriously?
Let the show be.
Cool it!
Oh, come on.
What's the hurry?
Oh, good job, guys. Oh, I see. How unhelpful.
Mini copy returns!
Don't get frostbite. Freeze!
There we go. Didn't even notice him. He was hiding. Alright. Ooh, I've seen these before. Okay. Alright. I guess we'll mark it on the map.
Catch the wind.
Right on time. I myself only arrived moments ago. Did you enjoy your visit to the Jade Chamber?
It was so big and pretty and expensive. Paimon's never seen such a fancy schmancy place before.
Indeed. It's second to none in all of Liyue. Then you met with Ningguang, I trust? What did you talk about with her?
She's super rich and so generous. Paimon thinks she's very friendly. Yeah, her take on Ningguang is quite different from Paimon's. She thinks that even the tactless Yuheng is more trustworthy than her.
Oh, so you also met with Keqing then? What did she have to say?
has long passed. If even the Liyue Qixing don't want to face that truth, then what future is there for Liyue?
No respect for the divine. Indeed, contrary to the ever-bold Keqing, Ningguang is more of a businesswoman at heart, though they are both members of the Qixing. Although she's friendly, there's no way of clearly discerning her true intentions. Yes, she has only relied on herself to rise to her current position. No ordinary person could ever achieve that. It's said that she's the one behind the constant expansion of the Jade Chamber. It's the second most important thing to her. Even if she ever gave up the position of Tianquan, she would never give up the Jade Chamber.
The Jade Chamber is only second. What's the most important thing to her, then?
Why, Mora, of course.
All Ningguang talked about was the Fatui this and the Fatui that. She said that after Rex Lapis was murdered, the Fatui have constantly been trying to sink their fingers into Liyue, and that they aren't to be trusted.
Well, that's because they aren't.
That is how the Fatui have always been. It doesn't surprise me in the least. No matter what they may be planning, you must be careful when dealing with the Fatui. Always be on your guard.
So, is there anything we need to get for the rite of parting in Dihua Marsh?
Yes, as a matter of fact, there is. Today, we'll be gathering wild glaze lilies.
Glaze lilies? Well, why did we come all the way out here? Doesn't the garden in Yujing Terrace have some? Even Qingse Village has glaze lilies. Oh, right! Paimon remembers that Madame Ping is always tending to flowers. Maybe we could ask her.
No. Those lilies have all been gardened by people. They won't do it all. Dihua Marsh used to be full of glaze lilies. It is a sort of joyful flower that listens to human song.
That's poetic.
Before the Archon War, Dihua Marsh was all dry land and fertile soil. But the war caused landslides, and the land was flooded, turning it into the marsh you see now. Nearly all the glaze lilies were wiped out. Of course, there are some kinds of flowers that have been preserved and gardened by people in the city. But very few people know that glaze lilies may still be found in the wild. Wild glaze lilies have the strongest fragrance. If we want to follow the true tradition of the rite of parting, we must grind up the wild lilies and place the powder in a censer of everlasting incense. But I'll need your assistance in gathering these flowers. No, I need you to sing to them. Singing to the flowers will make them more fragrant.
That is not a skill that we possess.
So how good is your singing?
Oh dear.
Really? Why doesn't Paimon believe you?
Yeah, you should.
We'll only know once she starts singing.
Interesting. Curious to see how they're gonna play that one. Oh. What are y'all doing? Huh. Yep, I'm just gonna steal your iron, don't mind me. Goodbye. Where is that? Oh, I see. Okay. So we're gonna need one of my wind characters. There.
Is it time for a magic show?
Oh, I'm looking forward.
Alright, let's go search for some flowers and sing a lovely song.
It's time to sing whenever you're ready.
Da 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 da.
Oh!
What happened?
You don't
These
seem
flowers
to.
are jumpy. They look really angry. Is it because you sang a song for Mondstadt that they don't understand here in Liyue?
They don't seem to be pleased, do they?
Time to shine. I'll protect us.
Clearly, this is not. I really do hate these things. They're just the worst.
Stop it now! Now you... Still breathing. Happy return!
Oh.
Those weren't glaze lilies. Glaze lilies wouldn't hit people.
This little monster is known as a whopper flower. Strange. These petals look interesting.
Good, a weird
The
flower.
glaze lilies used as a disguise were buried with the whopper flower for too long. The result seems to have surprisingly potent medicinal value. Let's collect what we can of these petals.
Well, that's nice and all, but will those petals be useful for the rite of parting?
Unfortunately, no.
That's so lame.
Excuse me. Are you searching for glaze lilies?
Oh, hey! It's... What's her face? Paimon can't remember.
Oh no. What was her name? I think it's the top.
Hello, traveler.
Oh, good.
I'm surprised you still remember my name. Ah, that reminds me. How was your visit to the Jade Chamber?
Well, it sure would have been better if you told us how to get up there.
Didn't I tell you the way? Surely I did.
Nope.
Nope. We found the way on our own.
Oh, I see. Uh-oh. I guess I really did forget to tell them.
Huh. Something seems a little off about Ganyu. She's acting different from the first time we met. Where's her serious attitude now?
Oh, well, I met you at that time as an emissary of the Tianquan. But now, I am simply out on a stroll to see the flowers.
You came all the way out here to see the flowers? Why not just enjoy the gardens of the city?
Yujing Terrace is where Rex Lapis parted from this world. If I strolled through those lonely gardens now, I wouldn't be able to bear it. Whenever my duties take me near Yujing Terrace these days, I draw the windows to block my view of the gardens.
Oh, sorry. We shouldn't have brought it up.
No, it's quite all right. I just haven't processed my emotions yet. When the Archon War came to its end 2,000 years ago, the first iteration of the Seven would gather in Liyue and drink with Rex Lapis. But 5 of those original 7 had already passed before Rex Lapis. It's truly a changing of the guard. Yes, now that the spirit of Rex Lapis has returned to the heavens, only Barbados of Mondstadt remains of the first 7. The other 5, including Inazuma's Raiden Shogun, are no longer the same friends from 2,000 years ago. Of the current 7 Archons, the youngest is Sumeru's god of Dendro. She is merely 500 years old, whereas Rex Lapis was more than 6,000 years old at the time of his passing. This means that Liyue had been under Rex Lapis's rule from the moment it was first founded 3,700 years ago. The city has never had to bid farewell to its deity.
So what do you think of this farewell?
Huh? This is a little sudden. As a mortal, I've never dared to imagine a Liyue without Rex Lapis. But as an Adeptus, I think I will eventually come to grips with reality. Since Rex Lapis has passed, the time of Liyue's contract with the gods and Adepti has now reached its end.
Huh? Did you just say, as an Adeptus?
Yes, I am a mix of human and Chilean. Adeptus blood flows through my veins. I fought for Rex Lapis and the city of Liyue during the Archon War.
Whoa.
After the war ended, I signed a contract with Rex Lapis and took the position as secretary for the Qixing. I've continued those duties to this very day. Well, let's save that conversation for another day. You say that you are here looking for glaze lilies?
We are, in fact, doing that.
I also know where wild glaze lilies can be found. See, I've just picked one myself. Here, you may have it if you wish.
We dare not refuse it.
Oh, so did you sing a song before you picked the lily?
Indeed, I did. I know this tradition well. In fact, I sang a local Liyue ballad to it.
Wow, so you really know your stuff, too. Thanks, Ganyu.
No, it is you who I should be thanking. If not for this chance meeting, I never thought that I would be able to contribute to the upcoming farewell for our ancient lord. If you would excuse me, I should return to my work now. Good luck.
Okay. Interesting. Nice to meet her.
And that just about does it. Our preparations for the rite of
Herself.
parting are mostly finished. Given the ease of picking glaze lilies, I think this was a fitting end to our tasks, in more ways than one.
Just meet with this guy and tell him he's started to working in agricultural development. I'm sure he'll take that well.
Yeah, Paimon can already imagine him starting a business in Liyue.
I've had enough ventures in my life already. Beginning a new undertaking is always difficult at first, and requires no small amount of effort. And once business is at full steam, the stress of it all only wears away at you over time. So you must be careful to take the time to step back and re-examine yourself. If left unchecked, the wear and tear on your heart may go well past mending.
Wow. See? Zhongli sounds like he's already seen it all. Alright, I think it's about time we head back to Liyue Harbor now.
Let's go see what else we have in store.
What happened? The city gate is swarming with Millilith and the Fatui?
Yeah, this doesn't look great.
This atmosphere is highly abnormal. It seems as though something big has happened.
Yeah, I'm getting that
We should
vibe
ask
too.
around a little, just to be safe.
Unfortunate that our
You're the
first
consultant to Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. Mr.
thing
Zhongli,
I
I
can talk
presume.
to is a Fatui member.
The Millilith are watching our every move now. These are desperate times. We mustn't act rashly.
Desperate times?
The Adepti of Joyun Karst are finally on the move.
Do they intend to exercise force?
Most likely. I've heard that some members of the Qixing have already gone to meet them. Well, I say meet, but it's more like they're attempting to stall the Adepti outside the city. However, both sides were quite obstinate and hit an impasse.
Well, that's not good.
It seems inevitable, given the current situation.
The Adepti do not acknowledge the Qixing. They only acknowledge the contracts of the Geo-Archon. If the two sides come to blows, Liyue Harbor will be in no position to stop them.
Surely the Liyue Qixing are not the sort to give in so easily.
Their boneheadedness is known throughout the lands. Yet it's because of that obstinacy that mortals and Adepti are now on the verge of conflict.
And what now? How is it that the Fatui have come under fire?
That's all Ningguang's doing. She proclaimed that in these tumultuous times, the Millelith must rein in the actions of the Fatui. Only now do they want to start keeping tabs on us? That's the Qixing for you. Anyway, Mr. Zhongli, you're one of Child's close associates. Please understand that your actions will reflect on us. Don't let anyone catch you off guard.
It looks like things are about to boil over in Liyue Harbor.
Do you intend to use your neutral identity as an intermediary between both sides? Or will you use your sword to turn the balance? Neither path is an easy one.
Oh, by the way, Mr. Zhongli, we've heard that the Wangsheng funeral parlor has also been caught up in all of this. They're currently squaring off with the authorities at the gates.
Well, that's not good either. I'm hoping we can talk our way out of this, but
Things
I
are
don't
taking a
have a
turn
lot
for
of
the
faith
worse.
in that. Yes,
I'm
they
afraid I
certainly
must
are.
leave now to handle things back at Wangsheng funeral parlor. I hope that Master Hu has been able to keep things under control for the moment. Consider your next course of action carefully, traveler. If you're trying to prevent an explosion, it may be wisest to look for the fuse first.
Whew. Having connections with the Fatui seems to be quite the double-edged sword. So what does Zhongli mean by looking for the fuse? Oh, Paimon gets it! If there's anyone that wants to see the whole city turned upside down, it's definitely him! He must be waiting for the moment when no one is watching to do something really bad. But where could we find him now? Where would he go at a time like this? Go, Barbara, go!
There's gotta be somewhere closer. Yeah. Okay. We'll just start from here. Stop by the Adventurers Guild on the way too. Let's see, should be straight and right up there actually. I don't know why, I always have trouble finding the Adventurers Guild. It's like literally right in your face, but I always end up on the wrong side of the stairs
Ad Astra Abyssosk. Welcome. Thank you for completing to. Ad Astra Abyssosk.
That could be helpful.
Ad Astra Abyssosk.
Go, Barbara, go!
Let's see, what's the best way to get there? Not here, clearly. Alright, we'll teleport. And go. Actually, out the gate this time. Keep going. That was weird. Must have hit a load zone or something. This is a pretty place. I don't think I've been up here before. Whoa. That is a gorgeous door, too. Oh. Let's see. Just look at my character details, see if there's anybody we can level up first. Okay. Alright. Let's see. Okay, solid. Let's see, what are you? HP? We should actually probably also enhance that. Okay. That's probably going to be one of my next focuses as soon as this quest is either done or to a point where I can no longer succeed in it. Let's see. You have... is going to be just improving in general everybody's stats and things. Alright, that should help so that we get slightly more healing off of Barbara. And her energy recharge is pretty good, which is important. Alright. That's probably all about we can do. Let's try it. Don't know that this will be successful, but we're gonna try.
Wow! This is the Golden House? It looked impressive enough from the outside, but who would have guessed that it was even fancier on the inside? And so full of Mora!
Yeah, feels like a dragon lair.
This is where all of Teyvat's Mora is minted, right? In that case, maybe they won't notice if a few Mora go missing. Oh, so it's a trap! Tricky, tricky. Good thing Paimon's got you here. But even if we can't take any, we can still have a closer look, right?
What if we just don't?
Or better yet, take a nap on top of a mountain of Mora. It's like a dream come true.
Yeah, that's not a good idea. I saw a passed out guard over on the side.
Oh, right. Back to business.
There's definitely something in here.
Too quiet. Surely someone's gotta be guarding something as important as the Exuvia. Huh? Look!
Yeah.
What happened here? Uh-oh. Paimon smells trouble.
Yeah, me too.
Quick! We have to go make sure that the Exuvia is all right.
You've already fulfilled your task as guides, so why do you still linger here? Haven't you already seen enough trouble for today?
Huh? Who's there?
If you were Fatui, I imagine that you would be entitled to a generous reward from the Tsaritsa herself. But now, you're nothing but dross, and you're in my way. Although I'm deeply grateful to you that I was able to effortlessly find this secret location, don't you think that trying to stop me now would just be wasted effort?
No, I don't think so. I think we're gonna try anyway.
Stopping the more immense, hiding away the Exuvia. The Chising are really pulling out all the stops this time.
So you've been planning to take the Gnosis from inside the Exuvia all along?
As one of the 11 Fatui Harbingers, it's my duty to see the will of the Tsaritsa fulfilled.
11. Interesting. That's a very odd number.
She will get that which she desires. I'm not asking for your blessing, and there's nothing you can do to stop me anyway. The time for discussion and diplomacy has already passed. I mean, if it were up to me, I would have skipped that stage to begin with. But I'm willing to do as the Tsaritsa deems fit. Either way, we now come to my favorite part. A simple pleasure, and one that I am oh so delighted to be sharing with you. The battle.
Battle? So you're the type that goes looking for trouble, huh?
You could say that. When Signora offended the deities outside the cathedral in Mondstadt, she swiftly left the scene once her mission was accomplished. Instead of confronting you directly, she chose to rely on the snow and ice to make her escape. She wouldn't want the knights to come running towards the sound of battle now, would she? When she faces a worthy opponent, she will prioritize her mission, weigh the outcomes, and consider the consequences of her actions. But as for me, the greatest pleasure of being a Harbinger lies in crossing blades with strong opponents.
We won't let what happened in Mondstadt ever happen again!
Oh, so you intend to fight me? Good. I won't kill you, Traveler. I'll just play along, to feel the thrill of battle. Besides, you could never defeat me, not even in your wildest dreams. But hey, try to relish the fight anyway, because if you ask me, without that, what else is there? Fighting talk, I love it! Now let's see you live up to it. This chance is hard to come by, so show me all you've got. So very few ever get the chance to square off with the Fatui Harbinger. So come now, amuse me, and don't you dare disappoint. How unbecoming.
How dare you!
So quick to flee. Free passable effort.
Oh, so sorry.
Let the world collide!
Cowering already? Not bad,
The show's over!
Oh no.
Good. No wonder Signora was so wary of you.
Hey!
That just means I can go all out.
No.
Brace yourself. This is about to get tough.
What if we
Now,
didn't do that?
Show me what you can do against the might of a Harbinger.
What if we didn't do that? Oh, good.
Not bad. Your swordsmanship is quite impressive. But that's about as far as you'll get.
Ooh, fancy. Are we getting help? I hope.
Didn't think you had that card hidden up your sleeve.
You were just playing us to get close to the Exuvia!
Oh, quiet down. Stop acting like some wide-eyed recruit. You've seen this world. You of all people should know. This should have been expected. Well then, I'll be taking Morax's Gnosis now. I see. Well, this is most unexpected. You beat me to it, didn't you?
Oh boy. This does not bode well. Oh no. Whoa. You certainly look terrifying. Tell you what, that is a cool bomb. Kind of makes me wish we had the thing. Gnosis. Oh. Oh dear.
Let the show begin.
You got to the Gnosis ahead of me, didn't you? Did you simply move faster? Or did you leak the information regarding the Golden House to me on purpose? No matter. Hand the Gnosis over now.
I don't
make me
think I want to.
We didn't take it!
Very unfortunate that he can't be frozen. That's okay, we're just gonna use, I think, Farina.
Strike a pose!
And Barbara for the heals and the attack damage. And then just vibe and hopefully we won't die. It'll be fun. Whoa! Sir, that is a whole whale. It's not fair.
Let my name echo in song!
Okay.
Die here.
I can't stop now. They need me.
Oh.
Let's dance.
Run away. Using hit and run tactics here today, unfortunately. Sort of limited a little bit. Oh, there we go. Alright.
Strike a pose!
Oh, please tell me he doesn't have health. Oh?
And some you lose.
Did we just win? Oh, okay.
Look! Child's back to normal again.
Well then, time to cool off. It seems the burden of the foul legacy transformation was too great for my body. I lacked the opportunity to think this through. And now that I consider the matter more carefully, you never had any chance of beating me to the Gnosis.
This is true. We did not.
You had no connection to the Gnosis, no matter where it had been taken.
That's what we've been trying to tell you. We didn't take it.
Your show of ability today far surpasses that of Signora's initial assessment of you in Mondstadt. Tell me, how could that be?
I think we're gonna lie to him.
You already know the answer, don't you? I can see it in your eyes. But if that is a secret you wish to keep, I guess I'll just have to curb my curiosity. This battle has already left me satisfied.
If you say so, sir.
Anyone who strives as I do to grow stronger shall be called a friend, even if our friendship can only be shown in battle against one another.
That is a wild life take, but okay.
Pretty sure that's not the normal way to make friends.
Yeah, exactly.
Unfortunately, I must bring this amiable conversation to an end. My quest still beckons. Given that the Gnosis wasn't taken by anyone, then we must look once again to the beginning. Perhaps it was never in the Exuvia to begin with. In fact, it might be that the Exuvia was just a diversion of sorts.
What? So you mean that...
Haha. It is that sketchy guy. I betcha.
Yes, it appears so. Interesting to say the least. It seems that the guardian deity of the capital of commerce is also well versed in little maneuvers beyond the boundaries of contracts.
Now, where have we heard that before?
As such, we must now look to our backup plan.
Backup plan?
Don't like that.
I had hoped it would never come to this, for the weak will be swept away in the process. The truth is, the world belongs to those who pursue strength. I seldom willingly involve myself with the weak. Unfortunately, we cannot be picky about our methods as Fatui Harbingers. Children must all learn to eat their vegetables sometime.
So what are you planning to do?
I will awaken the god that lies dormant beneath Guyon's stone forest.
God?
Osial, overlord of the Vortex, who was defeated by Morax, the Geo-Archon in the Archon War, and who has remained pinned beneath the waves by the Geo-Archon's stone spears ever since. If such an ancient god were to be unleashed upon Liyue Harbor, defenseless without the protection of its deity, do you think the cunning Rex Lapis would just stand aloof and watch the ensuing destruction?
But the Archon War ended 2,000 years ago. How can an ancient god appear in a world now overseen by the Seven?
Simple. I've already prepared the means to awaken it.
Ah, okay.
Hey, those are sigils of permission! Oh, Paimon remembers now. The Fatui have been researching them.
Indeed. The one that was given to you was just a byproduct of our research.
So it's not even real?
With
That's
the power
annoying.
of so many sigils of permission concentrated in one place, along with that which was bestowed upon me as a harbinger by our Tsaritsa, breaking the subduing might of the Geo-Archon spears for a time should be no obstacle. Using the powers of ancient gods in such a situation fails to interest me, and is largely against my principles. But knowing that such an action will not only force the Geo-Archon to show its hand, but you as well, that makes matters a little more intriguing. Let's see. Will the nation that has lost its deity be swallowed up by an ancient malice once more? If you wish to drown together with the people of Liyue, you're free to stay and enjoy the show.
Huh? He's already gone. That guy is fast. What's going on? Paimon's exhausted. If we hadn't happened to see the Jade Chamber flying over just as we came out of the Golden House, we really wouldn't have known which way to go. Did we make it in time? Is the Overlord of the Vortex still in the sea? It hasn't destroyed Liyue yet, has it?
What are you doing here?
Adepti! What are you doing on the Jade Chamber? Paimon thought you were arguing with the Qixing. Is the fighting over?
Faced with a calamity of such magnitude, we have agreed to put our differences aside for now and unite against this common enemy.
Oh, Paimon gets it. So how do you plan to defend Liyue? Just seeing this Overlord of the Vortex guy puts a pit in Paimon's tummy, even from all the way out here.
It's not just you. We've got new Millelith recruits who can't even stand at attention without shaking. The force of an ancient god's presence seems to be too much for ordinary people to handle. Which is why we must stop that monster before it gets any closer to Liyue Harbor.
So the Archon War was fought 2,000 years ago against enemies like that thing? Now that's scary. So will the power of the Qixing, Millelith, and Adepti gathered here be enough to stop that god?
We've already discussed this together, and our conclusion is... not necessarily.
What? But all of you were supposed to be the guardians of Liyue. Can't you think of something?
One certainly could.
Huh?
The Qixing did once research the matter of the Guizhong Ballista when it piqued their fancy. And as fate would have it, one who did craft the Guizhong Ballista with one's own hands is here. For what could you mortals ever learn of Adepti mechanisms? Yet, it would take one, but a little tinkering to turn this ballista into an engine of war beyond your wildest thoughts.
I suppose this is one blessing from the Adepti that we should be thankful for. So be it. We shall use the upgraded Guizhong Ballista to fight off that god. All the Adepti here can lend their strength to man it. We haven't a moment to spare. Our battle begins now. Yep.
The three Adepti are manning the Guizhong Ballista. Do not let the Fatui disturb their work!
All able Millelith, with me!
Let's go help too!
We Adepti have not faced a god in several millennia. Let one see what you're made of then. What strength remains within you, one wishes to witness.
Let's move.
Dodge this. Don't get frostbite. Cool it.
I'll protect us.
Have a load of
Up to it, Manzai!
Dodge this. I miscalculated.
That is Osial's divine power. I am very familiar with it.
Be careful not to get hit.
The Fatui! Their attacks are unrelenting!
How daring. Smash and I's diplomats will answer for this afterward. Every last one.
Mighty mythical beast!
Come on! We can dance and God's attacking again! There are so many Fatui too! We can't look!
Were you about to say we can't hold them, children?
What's the...
Don't lose heart. Here, take this.
What is this? Adeptal energy! That light from your body, it's like the tiny giant cars! Wow! It's a Madam Pink shockwave! This granny's really strong!
Freeze! Oh, so sorry.
Oh. La 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 la! Yoo-hoo!
This isn't good.
Let my name echo in song!
No pain, no gain. Many happy returns. Congratulations!
This isn't good.
With the blood of the Chilean, I guard you against evil. Cast your fear of injury by the wayside and fight with all your might. I too did this during the Archon War.
So this is what Ganyu's like in a fight!
My name means swiftness. Take my power and run as I do.
We're going too fast! I'll protect us.
Child, you are strong in body and spirit. Perhaps you can withstand 3 forms of adeptal energy at once.
This will hurt a little. Please bear with us.
Once you've adapted, try to use them in battle.
Ready, steady, go!
Time to shine! Shower me with praise!
Mighty mythical beast!
Exercise caution. I fear that the god's power has reached its peak.
In other words, if we hold here, there's nothing worse to come, right?
The barrier! Strike a pose! Let my name echo in song!
I guess this is it.
Let's dance! La 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 la!
Mighty mythical beast!
The more, the resistance.
Many happy returns!
The Fatui's numbers are thinning.
Fight on, comrades! Once we finish this battle, the Adepti will be able to deal with the god in peace.
Up to it, Matsai!
Killjoy, we've only just begun. The interlopers are no more. Now we may commit ourselves fully.
It's working! We just need to keep this up!
Be careful now.
The Guizhong Ballista is destroyed. Without its covering fire, retaliation shall be difficult.
But the Jade Chamber is our last line of defense. We can't give another inch, no matter what.
I have another idea.
What do you mean, Lady Ningguang?
I'll sacrifice the Jade Chamber.
What is the meaning of this?
I understand.
Traveler, lend me a hand. Farewell, old friend. Goodbye for now. Let us meet again in the future.
Looks like I went too far.
Is it finally over?
The ominous aura of that monster has indeed begun to fade. The effects of the Sigil of Permission last but a short time. It will be some time before the Overlord of the Vortex can make any waves again.
We are indebted to you for your assistance. If the Adepti hadn't happened to be here, the future of Liyue Harbor would surely have been in great jeopardy.
Save your flattery. We didn't just happen to be here. Surely you won't pretend to have forgotten the reason for which we came.
Come now. There's no need for such harsh words, Cloud Retainer. I've heard that when Ningguang began learning to do business, she had already started setting aside part of her then limited income in preparation for building the Jade Chamber. At first, it was only the size of a small room, but with continued expansion, it has become the palace that lies before you now. It is a testament to Ningguang's entire life, both as a businesswoman and as the backbone of the Liyue Qixing. Seeing the Jade Chamber destroyed in the defense of Liyue means much to her. To me, such cooperation and sacrifice deserves at least some recognition, don't you agree?
Well, I was really hoping you would say that such sacrifice could at least be used as some leverage in our negotiations. Thank you all for hearing me out. We know very well why the Adepti came here today. But please forgive us. We cannot yield to your wishes.
Oh?
3,700 years. According to our records, the Adepti signed a contract with Rex Lapis to protect Liyue 3,700 years ago. Even to this very day, Liyue and its lands have stood the test of time, immovable as stone, just as it was thousands of years before. This is truly no small feat. But that does not mean that the Liyue of today is the same city as it was all those years ago. Do not merely cast your protective gaze upon the land. Instead, focus your sights on our city and each of the citizens that dwell within it.
Are you questioning our means of protecting Liyue?
I mean no offense. I simply hope that our Adepti forebears would see Liyue in a new light.
Forebears, you say? One doubts you would be fit to be part of such a lineage.
This morning, Rex Lapis appeared to me in a dream.
What?
In the dream, I yearned to tell him that we Qixing, though mortal, are equally bound to the contract. Each passing generation of the Qixing leaves many things of value to be inherited by the next generation. I also thought to tell him how the past generations of Qixing had strove under his rule to survive in our mortal world, establishing a network of contracts which has since come to be known as trade. But I dared not speak. I could only gaze at him in silence until the moment I awoke.
Oh, Ningguang.
Yet another perspective. What are you trying to say, Outlander?
Right! That's something that happened in Mondstadt. It's a story about the Four Winds and the people of the Animal Archon. The Animal Archon sought to quell the strife between the two sides, because he believed that such conflict would only scar the hearts of both, and that nothing good would come of it.
Each of the 7 nations has its own scars from the past.
Though your point is the very height of simplicity. As Adepti, we've become a laughingstock, to be chastised thus by an outlander who has lent us such succor.
All right, all right. Didn't Ningguang suggest that we should focus on the city and each of its citizens? I know I already have, so why not see for yourselves?
I apologize for appearing in full armor. I am afraid I cannot show the proper courtesies.
And who are you?
I am Feng Yan, a sergeant of the Millilith. I have come to extend my thanks to the Adepti. I thought this battle would perhaps be my last. But thanks to the aid of the Adepti, our forces were not as badly battered as I feared we might be. Although I am a mere mortal soldier, I promise to hold the line and never betray the grace given to us by the illuminated Adepti this day.
Huh? Why does everyone look so down? Didn't we just beat that big monster?
Weren't you frightened, dear? It was quite the predicament.
I wasn't afraid. All the strong Millilith guards were there, and those powerful heroes with their visions were there. Everyone was there. When danger is near, everyone always protects me. And the rest of the time, they make fun toys and tasty snacks and loads of things that make the harbor so pretty. Thanks for protecting Liyue Harbor. Please come visit us for the next lantern rite.
Unfortunately, we wouldn't be able to participate.
Huh?
Because we are Adepti.
Oh, okay. It must be hard being an Adeptus. Aww.
You see, this is what Liyue is like today. The country of contracts is grateful to the Adepti for their protection, but it is no longer necessary for the city to rely on the Adepti's power to solve every little niggling matter. Although their blood is weak, there is still strength to be found in those we call mortals. The time of contracts between gods and Liyue has long since passed. Now is the time of contracts between Liyue and its people.
Seeing the port around us now, it is hard not to feel a bit out of place. Wouldn't you say so, Cloud Retainer?
Your line of inquiry is askew. One did not spearhead this expedition to Liyue Harbor.
Seems like the Adepti have had a change of heart.
Let us return now.
Eager to leave, Conqueror of Demons.
Yes, one understands what the Conqueror of Demons means. The city of Liyue has changed much after our long separation. One fears that by the time one finally grasps the new contracts of Liyue, you humans would have once again changed the place beyond recognition. Fair enough. Away we shall, and return whence we came.
Since we Adepti have consensus, then one shall persist no further. But how will we ensure that the Liyue Qixing will not simply exploit their power once we depart? In my view, that is still a thing to be guarded against.
All right, Mooncarver, you needn't worry. It seems to me that this right of supervision is best left to the people of Liyue.
Looks like the conflict between humans and Adepti was avoided. All's well that ends well, huh? Oh, right! It's nice that we've got peace and all, but we're forgetting one thing. Child wanted to unleash the god so he could lure Rex Lapis out. But we were able to handle the Overlord of the Vortex on our own. So Rex Lapis never showed up. Oh, and speaking of that, don't we still need to get to the bottom of that Archon's death, too? Paimon doesn't get it. But isn't the strongest lead we have the Adepti-less rite of parting that we're organizing? No idea where Zhongli's gone. Let's ask for him at Wangshan Funeral Parlor.
Alrighty. Just get you. Turn visual back on. Let's go see what Zhongli has to say.
Go, Barbara, go!
Is there anything I can do for you two? I'm afraid that Wangshan Funeral Parlor isn't in the best state to receive guests.
We've come to see Zhongli. Could you please tell him we're here?
Unfortunately, Zhongli isn't here at the moment. It seems he went to Northland Bank.
Doesn't the Northland Bank belong to the Fatui? Last time we saw Zhongli was before we went to the Golden House. Do you think he doesn't know about the attack on Liyue? Visiting the Fatui at a time like this could only mean more trouble. We had better go and make sure that everything is okay.
Yeah, that seems like a good idea. Alright. Let's go on a grand adventure. Oh, that's not very far, actually.
Huh?
Right, okay, so we're going this way. Okay, we need to go up more. So
Go, Barbara,
probably
go!
right around here. Yeah, let me in. I don't want to talk to you right now. I'm sure you're a truly delightful person, however.
You call this cooperation between Harbingers? Cooperation involves communication, you know.
Don't take it to heart, child. Besides, aren't you happy that you got to skip the formalities and bring chaos to the land? I'm sure you must have enjoyed that. Oh, it seems that some of your friends have arrived.
Hey, it's Zhongli and Child. And you! You're also one of the Harbingers?
It's you two. I believe we've met once before. In the city of Bards, was it? I'm glad you still remember my name. Ah, right. I imagine that it must have been rather hard to forget watching helplessly as something precious was snatched away from your friend.
No, don't let her get to you! You've yet to gather the powers of all 7 elements, and our last battle at the Golden House was almost more than you could handle.
I guess.
So it might be best to keep things peaceful this time, seeing that 2 of the Harbingers are here.
Well, if it isn't you two. This is our first time seeing each other since Liyue was nearly wiped off the map. This is certainly a bit awkward, wouldn't you say?
Paimon knew that we should never have trusted a Fatui Harbinger.
Oh, now don't say that. Sure, I may have misled you, but I never had anything against you personally.
Uh-huh. If you say so.
Besides, I thought we were getting along quite well together, didn't you? Except for that little tussle we had at the end.
Right. Tussle. You almost
Nothing
killed
personal.
us.
We just have different views, that's all. Of course, you may very well hold this against me, but that's up to you. The real deceivers here are Senora and Zhongli. Curse them for leading me on. So actually, I think...
Stop wasting time, child. There'll be plenty of time to chat once I'm through here. You remember the agreement, Morax. Now, if you would be so kind. The Gnosis, please.
What in the world are you talking about?
The contract is fulfilled. That which thou seeketh is now bestowed unto thee. For my promise is solid as stone.
How dare you?
How sanctimonious.
What? So you're the Lord of Chio? No, wait! That's an exciting twist and all, but why give the Gnosis to the Fatui?
I do not give it for free. I give it as agreed upon in the contract. for it is a matter solely between the Tsaritsa and I.
Yeah, you don't think you went a little bit too far with that whole fake death thing? Everyone was preparing the ceremony for you, and splat! This big dragon falls out of the sky, and all of Liyue goes into an uproar. Talk about a disaster.
Gathering all the forces that had been bubbling behind the scenes, and then stirring them together in a pot that was bound to boil over. That's what he wanted to see, am I right?
Wait, what?
Perhaps it's best that I explain. As you know, I've dwelt upon this world for more than 6,000 years. It is now 3,700 years ago that I founded Liyue together with the Adepti. Even boulders that can withstand whirlpools will erode with the passing of time. I kept convincing myself that cracks had not begun to form, and that the end of my time had not yet come, until one drizzly day, as I was strolling along the harbor, I heard a merchant tell one of his workers, "You've finished your duties. Go ahead and call it a day." I stood motionless among the crowds, asking myself, have I already finished my duties?
Oh, Zhongli.
But as I began to consider relinquishing my divine role, I soon discovered that many reasons still remained to not hastily depart. Was Liyue, the city I had dwelt in for so long, already prepared to enter its next age? I decided that a test was needed in order to reveal the answer. So I feigned my own death, and gathered the cast of Child, the Adepti, and the Liyue Qixing to play their roles together on the stage that was Liyue. Indeed I was. The Gnosis, which I had kept for so many years, suddenly seemed to have lost its meaning. That's right. Which is why I continued to safeguard the Gnosis until now.
So you mean that if the chaos ever reached the point of no return, you would simply appear and use your divine powers to bring Liyue back under control?
Of course, and it would have been all too easy for him too. Just as a child quickly matures after losing their parents, so has Liyue matured when faced with the death of its deity.
That's a rough comparison to make.
In the end, the resolution to all that has transpired was even more satisfactory than I could have hoped for. Take the Adepti, for instance. Owing to their years of seclusion, they were the least informed. Yet when faced with a crisis, they commendably showed the greatest amount of restraint possible. Not only did they manage to cooperate with the Qixing, but in the end, they even made efforts to understand the hearts of the people. Credit is also due to Signora, the emissary dispatched by the Cryo-Archon to fulfill our contract. At my request, she kept everything she knew in strict confidence. This despite the eavesdropping ears of her colleague, Child. This meant I could remain as Zhongli, even having the chance to fulfill the age-old traditions of Liyue in this mortal form. Thank you for joining me on this journey, traveler. All of these things turned out as I had planned. There is only one thing that I had not anticipated, and that was the conduct of the Liyue Qixing. I had expected them to do no more than the Adepti, to come to the defense of Liyue. But when all was said and done, they seized the opportunity to supplant Liyue's divine protectors, and used the subsequent power vacuum left by my death to quickly gain complete control of Liyue.
Huh? That doesn't sound good at all!
Ha! On the contrary, I think it is excellent. I had always feared that it was too soon for them to take over from me. And it was also that which I longed for the most. As such, this is the best parting gift anyone could have given this god of old.
Hey, what about me? Doesn't anyone feel the least bit of remorse for deceiving me? You've practically kept me in the dark!
I think that thanks would be more appropriate. You certainly played no small part in all of this. wreaking havoc and turning the city upside down. The Lord of Geo ought to thank you for your performance, if anything.
Okay. Still doesn't solve the fact that he's giving his gnosis away, which
if you hadn't
isn't
created
good,
the pressure of a battle
okay.
between mortals, adepti, and a god, the lump of coal resting in the hands of the Geo-Archon, Liyue would never have been able to become a dazzling diamond of a city.
Huh? Just whose side are you on, mocking me like that? Are you itching for a fight?
These options. Alright, we're going... are we going with the top one? Yeah. Seems probably best not to antagonize
Be
him
that
any
as it
further.
may, you've come out of this as the hero of Liyue. I, on the other hand, will be forever prescribed as a disturber of the peace, no?
Well then, with the Gnosis in my possession, I have no use for such idle chatter. We should return to Zapoljarny Palace and seek an audience with Her Majesty, the Tsaritsa. Come, child.
Fine. I'll meet you there later. I'm not sharing a boat with the likes of you.
Do as you wish.
Wow.
Now then, is there anything else you wish to ask me?
Right! As Zhongli always told us, a good trade is a fair trade. Paimon has no idea what could be a good trade for a Gnosis.
Realistically speaking, there is no such thing.
Huh?
However, I am the god of contracts. For thousands of years, I have made countless contracts. If the deal was of no benefit, then I certainly would not be inclined to agree to it. My agreement with the Cryo-Archon will be the last of my contracts as the Geo-Archon. My contract to end all contracts. As for the bargaining chip that the Tsaritsa used to balance the scales, uncover that answer for yourself in your future journeys.
That's not very helpful.
Paimon can't absorb so much information at once. So, Zhongli, what sort of contract did you sign with the Cryo-Archon? Paimon's so curious.
One of the clauses of our contract was not to divulge any of its contents.
That is so annoying.
You're so petty.
Fine, we'll leave. If we have to.
Today's the day of the rite of parting. Although the star of the show is fake, we've spent so much time trying to organize it, it would be a real shame not to go there now.
This is true. Alright, off we go.
You know that god from the ocean couldn't have just shown up out of nowhere. I mean, it's been 2,000 years since Rex Lapis subdued it.
Yes, and to think that this happened right on the heels of the incident with Rex Lapis, too.
Say, do you think the person who assassinated our lord and released that evil god might have been one and the same?
Now that you mention it, that's very possible. Yes, it's very possible indeed. I mean, it all fits together. That person must have colluded with the evil god to harm Rex Lapis. Oh, that wicked, black-hearted scoundrel. Still, what sort of supernatural prowess must this person possess to be able to do such things? I have never heard of such a person in all my years.
Ah, forget it. Guessing's no use to us. Look, the Millilith over there looks like he's about to make an announcement. Let's hear what the Ministry of Civil Affairs has to say first.
Lots of chatter. I better hope nobody figures out it was him, or he's gonna have a bad
Well,
time.
since we're going through with this rite of parting, I guess it means that those rumors hit the nail on the head.
So Rex Lapis is really... But they didn't catch the culprit, did they?
Oh, come on. Do you think that the assassin could have been a normal person? You know what I think. I don't think any of the gossip on the streets you hear from those shady types is worth anything. There's only one real possibility in my mind. I've heard that the assassin was that Fatui fellow. Youngish, pretty high in rank. I think they called him Child.
Oh.
The Fatui? They certainly are very suspicious. Who knows what those greedy, crooked folks...
Shh! Lower your voice. If the Fatui catch you in their sights, Rex Lapis won't be around to protect you this time.
Lot of chatter.
Please be mindful of your personal safety.
Hear ye all! The Chising's words.
Oh, hey, that's our same guard as last time.
Though a dragon soars ageless as the mountains, it too must return to dust. This is common knowledge. Gods and Adepti live glorious lives, but both light and shadow have their season. So too must they face divinely appointed trials. Rumors and hearsay abound on the streets that Rex Lapis was murdered. Now, let the truth be revealed. Having been thwarted in his trial, Rex Lapis's soul has recouped the celestial heights. He beseeches the people of Liyue to grieve not and to let not their hearts be saddened. Nor are they to believe street-born rumors or indulge in baseless speculation.
Paimon needs a translation on what the Chising's announcement said. So that's how there's something feels off. Why would they suddenly give up looking for the murderer? Not to mention how this excuse sounds like something they just made up on the spot. Could the Chising already have known that Rex Lapis wasn't dead? But Zhongli said that neither they nor the Adepti knew anything. Did Zhongli tell them in secret after his gnosis changed hands? Exactly, right? Ooh, seems like the rite of parting has been going on for a while now. Let's go have a look. Look, it's Ningguang and Keqing. Are they saying something? Are their speeches over?
As said previously, Rex Lapis's soul returning to the heavens is the end of the contract. And it is also the end of an era.
3,700 years of contracts burnt and reduced to ash.
We, the people of Liyue, were indeed prosperous. But blinded by our prosperity, we forgot that time can be pitiless.
The long, unending dream of our Archon walking among us.
Now that we have awoken from our dream, we must learn to say farewell. Will you stand with us as we re-establish our contracts? As we build a new age of prosperity?
So concludes the words of Her Eminence the Tianquan. Does Her Eminence the Yuheng have anything to add?
Huh? Is she looking this way?
Traveler.
Yikes! She really is looking our way!
Is that the traveler who they say defeated the ancient?
So young. The Liyue Chising always repay their debts. And as you have heard, our eyes see far and our reach is long. Name your price. You deserve that much.
Whoa.
Well, could you help me put up some missing person posters?
And to think I'd put my best perfume on before coming here, thinking you'd like it. But it seems as if those perfumes really were meant to be offered to Rex Lapis. Well, that's fine. Suffer no rivals in love, they say. And that's 3 gone in 1 stroke.
Alrighty then.
Rex Lapis. Rex Lapis. Now that I think about it, if everyone's of the same mind as me, perhaps mementos for Rex Lapis might be the best short-term business opportunity.
I'm glad you're making the most of it, buddy. Good for you. Oh dear. I'm going over here. No. Oh, I see.
As for the mortals and Adepti of Liyue, what shape shall our relationship take from now on?
I don't know, but I'm curious to see. Ah, there you are. I wondered if you'd show up.
Hey, Zhongli! Look at this. Everyone in Liyue is caught up in their emotions, thinking that they'll never see Rex Lapis again. And here you are looking all relaxed.
Why would I not feel more at ease after laying down the burden I have borne for 3,700 years? Right. If the two of you can spare the time, I should treat you to a meal at the Xinyue kiosk.
Ha! That sounds like big talk, Zhongli. Paimon might have believed you if you were treating us to some third-round knockout, but you'd have to pay out your nose just to stand inside Xinyue kiosk. Are you sure you can afford it?
You're right. I do like the Mora.
But why would Morax lack Mora?
As the Rex Lapis Morax, I can easily create Mora. But since I have chosen to walk this earth as the mortal Zhongli, I should abide by the same rules that mortals do. When I was journeying with you, though I still had the Gnosis in hand, I knew that I must soon retire from my role as an Archon, so I had to rehearse a little for my new life.
Oh, no wonder. Paimon gets it now. You didn't look at the price tags when we were spending because you've never had to. But since you weren't used to not being able to just make more Mora as and when you wanted to, you had to try becoming a parasite to society who lives off of other people's credit.
Wow. Okay. That's a strong call out. Paimon. I mean,
Well,
it's true,
we were
but...
only spending Fatui money. You don't have to say it like that. In the City of Commerce, we do not merely exchange money or goods. We also exchange knowledge, memories, and foresight, as well as positions, roles, and lives. The Archon Morax could never experience life as the true mortal Zhongli could, no matter how many times he descended to be with his people. I must thank you for that. I will treasure the memories that I made as Zhongli, traveling the streets of Liyue with you. That is true. But there is no journey that does not end. No meetings without partings.
Paimon thinks that we should make a move and continue our search for the 7.
I fear that continuing your journey may be difficult. The nation that neighbors Liyue by sea, Inazuma, is presently closed. Yes, the nation has been closed by order of its deity, the Electro-Archon Ball. And just as the people of Liyue preferred to call me Rex Lapis, she too goes by another name among locals in Inazuma.
Paimon thinks we've heard that one before. Raiden?
That is the case. And since Raiden is also the Shogun of Inazuma, people call her the Raiden Shogun.
That said, though people at the wharf were saying that the situation in Inazuma is very tense, Paimon doesn't remember that always being the case. It wasn't that bad last year. Zhongli, since you're Rex Lapis, shouldn't you know something about what's happening there? Just how did Inazuma become a closed nation?
It's because of visions.
Interesting. Why
Visions?
When faced with circumstances beyond their control, humans often bemoan their lack of power. But if a person shows true strength of will at a desperate and fateful moment in their life, the gods will look upon them with favor. This is what visions are. Magical foci bestowed upon those who have been acknowledged by the gods.
Uh-huh. That's how people in Teyvat see it.
But starting from last year, the Raiden Shogun began promulgating the Vision Hunt Decree.
Vision Hunt Decree?
Yes. It was an order to seize all visions within Inazuma's borders, and to inlay them upon the hands of the statue of the omnipresent god.
What?
They want to seize visions. But why? Aren't visions blessings from the gods?
I should think that in the Raiden Shogun's eyes, it is precisely because they are divine blessings that they should be under the sole dominion of divinity.
Whoa, that's harsh.
The Animo Archon is the god of freedom, and the Geo Archon is the god of contracts. For her part, the Raiden Shogun is the god of eternity. It seems as though she has finally decided to eliminate any unstable elements that could pose a threat to her eternal realm. The fact that even I, the oldest of the seven, have now passed away will only strengthen her resolve to pursue eternity.
Well, we're definitely gonna be a unstable element, so that does not bode well.
Knowing her, she must have again quoted that adage she is most fond of when proclaiming that decree to her people. 7 ideals for 7 gods. And of these, eternity is nearest unto the heavenly principles. All right then. Was there anything else you wish to know?
Yes, a great many things.
Ah, that was a good one. Failing a divine trial. How they came up with that excuse, I will never know. That said, the reason why the Qixing were so eager to resolve the incident and stop pursuing the culprit was indeed because they received news in secret that Rex Lapis was not dead. I hinted as much to the Adepti as well. How did I accomplish that, you ask? Have you ever heard of this particularly convenient Adepti art known as gifting dreams and visions? All right then. Was there anything else you wish to know?
Yeah, about that. Before the Qixing made their announcement, we listened to a lot of people talking on the way. Most of them put the blame for everything on Child.
These are indeed false accusations. But it remains undeniably true that Child did send people to the Jade Chamber to prevent the Adepti and the Qixing from defeating the ancient god. I've heard that Ningguang is busy milking that for all it's worth on the foreign relations front at the moment, browbeating the envoys of the Fatui. Ha! Those poor Snezhnayan diplomats. If it were not for Child's exalted position as a harbinger, I'm certain that they would have shifted all the blame to him and called for his dismissal by now. All right then. Was there anything else you wish to know? The time of the Adepti has long passed. If even the Liyue Qixing don't want to face that truth, then what future is there for Liyue? Kuching is absolutely right in saying this. Now, though I did laud Ningguang's desire for power, believing this to be a good thing, and thought as a matter of course that she must have been behind the Qixing's plan to take governing power over Liyue from the hands of the gods and Adepti, could the original person who brought up the idea of seizing power have been... All right then. Was there anything else you wish to know? Well then, I suppose you'll have to find a way to get inside this closed nation. Have patience. I suspect that some serendipity must first come into play.
Good to know. Ooh. Oh, nice. Another constellation. Oh, nice. Alright, well, I think that's probably a good spot to end it for today. As far as streaming goes, I think I've got to get going soon. But I do want to thank you for tuning in and listening. I appreciate it. And if you enjoyed the stream, feel free to give me a follow or a subscribe. There should be a link to my YouTube channel coming up pretty soon here. So if that's something you're interested in, I'll also post videos of past streams there at some point here. So